Now, for the third time since the Lord has been castigating humanity with the scourge of war, do we celebrate Easter. And now, for the third time, we pray that once again the people will live in accordance with the command of God. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Livne Israel anker von. Halleluja, halleluja.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. This command of our God must resound in our ears and hearts louder and more strongly than the thunder of the guns. That is the meaning of the Passover feast which we are celebrating today.
Go to your grandmother.
Ah, Simon!
Nando.
Simon, greetings. And young Nathan. What a fine boy is your young Nathan, Simon. And what a great piece of luck that he isn't a year older. 1 year more. And who knows where his grave might be today.
Go to your grandmother. She is not well enough to come today. Give her the Passover greeting.
Boy, what a fine boy, Simon. Simon?
No.
Colonel! Gentlemen! Hooray! 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 Hooray!
Well, what is it?
Next report, sir. Trouble in the Jewish quarter of the town, sir.
What's that? What are you muttering about?
Next report, sir. The lieutenant on duty, sir, has sent me to the colonel, sir. Trouble in the Jewish quarter.
Trouble. Yes, I know all about that. But man alive, what is the particular trouble now? And who began it?
Next report, sir. I don't know, sir. I have to report trouble in the Jewish quarter.
Oh, go to the devil.
Yes, sir.
And that's the stuff we've got to win the war with. Stanislaus.
Yes, Dad?
Did you hear that? Trouble in the Jewish quarter?
Yes, I heard.
Then take a few men and go and see what it is.
Can't somebody else do it? Why should I be a protector of the Jews?
I suppose I didn't make myself sufficiently clear, Lieutenant.
Simon, your son.
Nathan? Nathan! 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 Oh, no! Nathan! Oh, my son! They have murdered him! Oh, Nathan! My son! Oh, no! Nathan! This? Your soldiers have done this?
It was our duty to protect you and your people.
Protect? You call that protect? You have killed him. They have murdered him. That is your protection.
We were attacked, and if unfortunately...
Oh, we know your regrets. We learned that lesson from the soldiers of the Tsar. When you are against us, you are all alike. The plunderers and the protectors. And on that night, the Jews, the whole world over, year by year, celebrate their liberation from the bondage of the Egyptians. It is a feast of remembrance and of joy. Thank the Lord. who has created the sun and the moon, for his mercy endureth forever. Him who slew the firstborn, who slew firstborn of the Egyptians, for his mercy endureth forever.
Adam, die waren die Liebe doch, die mein Leben hat. Holla, holla, ria, holla, ra, holla, ria, holla. Und hätte der Adam die Liebe der Sonnen, die mein Leben wird sich holla, holla, ria, holla, ra, holla, ria, holla.
Well, your father is commanded to appear at the guardhouse at once.
My father at the guardhouse? But why?
Why? I don't know why. It's an order from Lieutenant von Zeminski.
But my father's watching over my dead brother's body.
As I told you, orders is orders. Go on. Get a move on.
Prop. How many? The book.
The book, eh?
Come on, Daddy.
If I'd known that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll only take 3. 1, 2.
Just wait a minute. Lieutenant von Zeminski's always very busy. See?
Victor report, sir. The clockmaker, Simon Goldscheider.
Wait. Let me see. Do I propose? Oh, yes, of course. 3.
Only 2 for me, old boy. 1, 2, 3, and 2.
Listen, you there. Mr. What's your name? Mr. Goldscheider. I suppose you know that by attacking me, you are guilty of a grave offense against the Imperial Army. Oh, no, thank you.
Sorry if I didn't see it.
For that you can be court-martialed, Mr. Goldscheider. And sentenced, Mr. Goldscheider. Prison for at least 3 years, Mr. Goldscheider. Jack of spades.
And Queen of Spades.
Ah.
Oh, the ladies, bless 'em, always bring luck to me, even the dark ones, though I prefer blondes. Put me amongst the girls, put me amongst the girls. Here's a fat queen for you, suit you?
No thanks, not in my line.
Good.
What are trumps? Oh, clubs. Well, there's one for you and another and another.
Cut that stuff out. Your game. What rotten luck I get. I know what it is, old boy. My girl's true to me, so I lose. Wish 'twere t'other way.
Well, Mr. Goldscheider, we're in luck now, so we'll let you off lightly. 3 days arrest, and you can say thank you to me. Do say thank you, Mr. Goldscheider.
Say thank you.
I have nothing to say.
Very well then. 4 days. You see, I'm not mean. And if you want to have 5, you only have to say so, Mr. Goldscheider. I see, my dear Mr. Goldscheider, you agree. Corporal, 5 days arrest for this man. March!
Yes, sir. Come on.
Corporal.
Sir?
See that he isn't treated too badly. He's a poor devil.
Very good, sir.
Tell me, what happened?
So I requested to come to the house of the brigade commander as quickly as possible.
But why?
A meeting of all the regimental officers in this section of the front, sir.
Because of the Russian offensive?
Yes, sir.
Are things in a bad way?
Not yet, sir. But the Russians have brought up fresh troops, and our trenches have been under heavy fire since sunrise.
I'll leave immediately.
Yes, Dad. I understand. In a hurry, huh?
And that is why the intelligence service must be looked after with particular care. Goodbye, Stanislas. Don't get into any scrapes.
What a hope. I should like to know who there is to get into a scrape with. Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Come in.
Miss Staudinger would like to speak to you, sir.
Staudinger?
From Vienna, sir. She says she belongs to the front theatre, she says.
Oh? And what does she want, she says?
I asked her, sir, but she said she'd only tell that to you personally, she says.
Pretty?
Well, I don't know your taste, sir. We haven't been together in peacetime, sir. But I found her very pretty, sir. And a Viennese, sir. A Viennese. The first one in 2 years, sir.
Well, let's see her then. Good.
God! Oh, sorry, sir.
Darling.
Mitzi, you? You, Miss Staudinger? And I never even knew you had a surname. Let's have a look at you.
Help yourself, Lieutenant.
Just as impudent and smart as you were then. A bit slimmer, though.
Oh, that's the food in Vienna. They make the bread out of sawdust now, and the dumplings out of plaster of Paris.
Won't you sit down?
I'd love to, but where?
Yes, well...
Oh, let's both sit on your luxurious couch.
Romance has always played a part in Tommy's life of danger. His latest love has shot her down, although she's quite a stranger. Don't think she's not an eater, her thirst from none could feed her. No drink, not even soda, does this girl drink from soda. She said poor Tommy thinking hard about the very wedding card, when suddenly of all we see makes poor old Tommy shout with glee. Rosa, we're off to love. And hence the door will be there too. The train will go right through. We're off to love. We're off to love. We're off to love. The door will be there too. The train will go right through. We're off to love.
Mitzi, you! How marvelous!
Lieutenant, the actress Mitzi Staringer begs to report herself.
Quick march. Halt. Easy. Arms. Fire! As you were. As you were. Turn. Right turn. Quick march.
The ensign who brought the flowers told me you were here, so I thought we two might celebrate on our own, together.
That was a great idea, Mitzi. Oh. Oh, well, if it's only Kleinoschek, we should like it just as much as the Pomeroy Extra Dry at the Femina on July the 31st, 1914. Oh.
What shall we drink, Susani?
Drink to the next day that has come after 3 years. How thick.
Yes. Here. Lieutenant von Zeminski. No. No fresh reports in the last half hour. Yes, Major. No, Major. At your service, Major. Goodbye, Major. Blast you, Major. If only I hadn't got to answer that confounded telephone all the time.
Darling, you needn't. You simply put a soldier in here and tell him to go to the phone when it rings. Yes, Major. No, Major. Very well, Major. He will be able to say that just as well as you. You don't need any pips for that.
Oh, but Missy...
Oh, get along with you. Don't make yourself out so important. Darling. Darling, the Emperor has many other officers besides you, and if they were all as keen on their duty as you are, there'd be nothing at all left for the men to do. Tomorrow morning at 4, our train leaves. Oh, the front theatre has its duty to do too. Who knows if we shall ever even see each other again. And when we meet up in heaven, it will be too late for such things.
Oh, Mitzi, don't be so morbid.
Darling. Tom.
Orderly! Orderly!
Well, what do you want?
Now I want to do that with one. Then I want to put nine. When I had about a nine, I want to do it.
All right, Colonel.
I repeat, the superior force of the Russian attacks in Section 2, 3, and 4 have caused the brigade command to vacate the first and second lines and to withdraw the Imperial troops into the third position. The commandants of the reserve lines are to make immediate preparations for the retreat. Yes, Captain. No, Captain. No, Captain. At your service, Captain. Good health, Captain. Ah, that's terrific. Let's have some more.
Lieutenant, quickly. The Russians are here.
Russians? Where are my people, the Austrians?
Austrians run away early this morning. Quick, go. You
Can I still get out of the town?
try. Possible. Think not. Russians everywhere. Go, quick.
For God's sake, what am I to do now?
If Russians see you with me, shoot me. Russians everywhere. Go, quick, in 2 minutes. Else I call Russians.
Ah, you swine.
Остановись! Стреляю!
Esther, have you heard? They're looking for an Austrian officer in our street.
What's that got to do with us?
They followed him and now he's hidden himself. They're going to shoot him at once because he's killed their officer.
Oh, well, let them do as they please. Here. Hold the jug for me.
Shame I is on.
Father! Father!
Who brought this man into my house?
I did.
You?
The Russians nearly caught him. They've wounded him.
You brought him in? Take him out.
But, Father, he's dying.
Let him die where he will, not here.
Get him out!
No.
No.
Father, I beg of you.
Have you forgotten that he put me into prison? That he stole from me my last hours with my dead son?
The Russians. They're searching all the houses for him.
Let them find him here. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Very well, Father. You're right. But they'll not only find him here. They'll find me, too. And I have hidden him. Do you know what that means, Father?
Esther. Esther.
Father, go and let them in. They'll break the door down.
But what shall I say to them?
Say that he's not in the house.
But if they search the house for him and find him?
Then God will help us.
The Russian gentleman.
Чего не открываете, а? Что за безобразие?
Чего ты нас заставлял ждать, а?
Ах ты, негодяй такой!
Жиловская борода, чего нас заставлял ждать?
Он не говорит по-русски.
Ты что, не говоришь по-русски? Или делаешь вид, что не понимаешь? Why are you keeping waiting so long?
I was sleeping. How you surprised me. Come in. Come in, please. Come in. Please, come. Would you believe it? When I went to sleep, the Austrians were still here. I wake up, and the Russians are here. The Russian gentlemen.
Austrian officer, not here.
Austrian officer?
Да никого нету. Уйдем.
А я все-таки посмотрю.
Как желаете.
Кто человек там наверху?
Who is the man in the room upstairs?
Father, Nathan is calling for you. He's delirious. I'm so frightened.
Nathan?
Nathan, my son.
Его сын. Поклянись, что твой сын.
You swear it is your son?
Человек там наверху. Твой сын.
Is the man upstairs your son?
Поклянись.
Then swear.
Swear? Why should I swear?
Иначе не поверим тебе.
Otherwise we won't believe you.
I swear.
Что он мой сын.
That he is my son.
That it is my son.
Во имя Отца и Сына и Святого Духа.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Before God.
You think Stan is alive?
From the window. Anyone in the street can see you.
I'm worse off than a prisoner. A poor devil of a prisoner can at least go to the window and look at the sky. And he can stretch his legs for an hour a day and breathe some fresh air. But I, for more than 2 months now, I haven't been able to budge at all. Sometimes I feel I should like to burst through the door and rush out of it, no matter what happened.
Probably if I were in your position, I should feel just the same.
Oh, I know I'm ungrateful. You treat me so well, spoil me, just as if I really were your brother, as you pretended. But you must understand me. Please. You see, I'm a soldier, and I know my regiment is fighting somewhere, and I have to sit here doing nothing. By the way, have you any fresh news?
No news.
Is the Austrian counterattack still going on?
As far as we know. But we get no details.
You know, there's something else that worries me.
Yes?
The way your father treats me. He does not speak to me. He does not look at me. I do not exist for him. He makes me feel I'm a burden to him, an intruder from another sphere which he doesn't like, which he hates.
Can you reproach him with that?
No, I know I've no right to complain. I didn't behave very nobly, but at least I admit I was wrong. And now, when I should like so much to bridge over the chasm between you and me, all the time he makes me feel it is there, all the time. And that adds to my depression and humiliation. Isn't that natural?
You are so kind to me. You do everything to make my position easier. Tell me, when we saw each other for the first time on that unhappy day, would you have thought it possible that you and I should ever be good friends?
No. I would never have thought it possible. I don't think it possible today.
Do you doubt I am your sincere friend?
Oh, not for a moment. While you're my prisoner here, and I'm your jailer. But soon your people will come back, and you'll be free again. Colonel von Zaminski's son. And I, the daughter of a Jewish clockmaker. What will become of our friendship then?
What's happened?
Nothing. Only a few Russian soldiers marching by.
Why were you frightened?
I was afraid for you. Frightened. They may come and fetch you.
Esther!
Father?
Light the candles, Esther.
The Sabbath begins.
Yes, Father.
Simon.
Mendel?
Simon. Simon. Have you heard the news? The Austrians are advancing. I overheard 2 Russian officers who are quartered on me talking. The Russians are preparing to leave the town.
The Lord be praised.
Huh? You say that? You of all people? Why, have they not caused you enough sorrow already, these Austrians?
Mendel.
Huh?
You are an old friend.
Uh-huh.
You are more to me than any of the others. I want to ask your advice.
Eh? My advice? Well?
It's about Esther.
Oh, Esther, what a sweet child. What a nice, gentle girl.
Just because of that.
Eh?
You see, I have an Austrian officer hidden upstairs.
My God! Simon, if the Russians were to find him.
They haven't found him. They won't find him. No. It's not that troubles me. It's about Esther.
Esther? Oh, those 2.
Mendel. He is handsome. He is an officer and an aristocrat. Among his own people, such a man is half a god. The emperor himself protects him. Do you think a man like that could sit down at table with the like of us?
And yet he does it just the same.
Because he has to. He's cut off from his own people. But instead of being grateful because I have saved him and save him anew every day, that I risk Esther's life and my own for him, what does he do? Do you think I don't know how he looks at Esther? But he won't get her. I'll take care of that. I'm protecting her.
And have you asked her? Have you spoken of it to her?
I tried, but she simply laughed.
Oh, she laughs. When a woman laughs, she is in earnest.
I am in earnest, too. This fine gentleman has yet to reckon with me.
Oh, you old fool! Of what use all the precautions of old age when youth desires? Parents who watch closest see least.
Well, if that's as you say, what shall I do?
What shall you do? Well, one could...
What?
One could... but I don't say that one should. One could.
Yes? What do you mean?
One could. But I don't ask you to take for my advice.
Well, out with it.
One could write a little letter. Just an ordinary little letter. was no signature. And in that little letter one would say that at a certain house in the town an Austrian officer was in hiding, and that the owner of the house would be prepared to hand him over to the Russians on one condition, that he himself was not touched. And the letter would be sent to the Russian commander.
Mendel.
Eh?
We have known each other since we were children.
Hmm?
Do you really believe that I could do that? True, his people have killed my son. He had me imprisoned. I had to swear falsely to save him, and God will punish me. But that Mendel... No, not that.
I did not say one should. I only said one could.
Mr. Zaminski? Mr. Zaminski? Mr. Zaminski? Mr. Zaminski?
Hello. Who's there?
How'd you like it? Don't be angry. I simply couldn't bear it any longer. So I dressed up for a little and went for a jaunt through the town.
But if you'd been recognized...
Recognized? I look genuine, don't I?
Oh, everyone in the town knows everyone else. You're sure to have aroused suspicion somewhere.
Esther, you're trembling. Well, everything's all right now. Nothing has happened to me.
My father.
Mr. Zaminski.
Mr. Goldscheider?
Mr. Zaminski, I have lost my son. I beg of you, do not take my daughter from me as well.
I'm afraid I don't understand you.
Not understand. A father asks you for his only child.
What do you mean? What have I done?
I have watched. I have seen what has happened, what is happening, what will happen. I am old, but I can read in the eyes of the young. And what I read now in your eyes, and in the eyes of my daughter, tells me this. One step further, and there will be tragedy.
You talk as if I had behaved like a thief.
Yes, I do. And with good reason. But you shall not accuse me of being underhand. That is why I am warning you.
I am not afraid of your threats. But I'm sorry to find in you prejudices that I have overcome in myself.
Simon!
Mendel, write the letter.
Не понимаю.
But personally, only personally, to His Excellence the Commandant.
Не понимаю по-английски.
You know, I don't understand him. He understands me still less. Only personally, very important. Important.
Хорошо.
Oh, please, please listen. Listen. Please, listen.
Шел к черту.
Вот вам приказы по роте.
Хорошо, я передам.
Кто этот жид?
Черт его знает.
Что тебе надо?
A letter to give to His Excellency personally. A letter. Only personally.
Nothing personal here.
Nothing personal here.
Everything strict business.
Everything strict business.
Wait!
Wait!
Ваше благородие, какой-то тип принес письмо, просит передать.
Ведь я же не идиот. Где же вы были раньше? В таком случае я слагаю с себя всякую ответственность, тем более, что не по моей вине. Хорошо. Хорошо. Я эвакуирую город. Черт возьми, удастся ли уйти живым из этой проклятой дыры?
Finished your sleep?
I think I'm still asleep, sir.
Yes, we're a smart lot, we Austrians.
Great God! Where is my letter? Where is my letter?
So that if I understand you rightly, the situation is this. During your so-called imprisonment, you made the acquaintance of the daughter of this Jewish clockmaker, Simon, what was the name?
Goldscheider.
Simon Goldscheider, and fell in love with her. You did say love, didn't you?
Yes.
Not content with that, you now declare in all seriousness that you want to marry her.
In all seriousness.
Very well, I take it from your decided answer that you are quite clear about the whole matter.
Quite absolutely. That's why I'm asking you formally for your consent.
But as you've already made your decision, my consent is of secondary importance. You're of age and your own master. I should only like to ask you whether you've considered the seriousness of such a step.
Of course,
Excellent. You realize that you will have to leave the army, and that I cannot recognize a Miss Goldscheider as my daughter-in-law. Of course, you're in no doubt about that. You'll have to take up some civilian profession. That in itself is no disgrace. You might travel for a champagne firm or an insurance company. Honest callings both. Then children will arrive, and your ship will sail under the motto, a poor home, but a happy one. A very pleasant prospect for the future.
leave the army. Do you really think I should have to do that?
Stand, don't pretend. That's the first thing you'll have to do.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Well, I shall have to face that too.
Then everything is perfectly satisfactory. Stanislas, one moment, please. Will you be so good as to glance at that letter?
But this Austrian officer they're denouncing, I'm that officer.
Exactly.
What treachery.
Treachery? No. Sit down. What you call treachery is really something else. The man who wrote this letter is the very man whose daughter you want to marry. He didn't do this to get you hanged. You mean nothing to him. He only wants to keep his daughter, whom he loves, just as I love you, and whom he fears to lose, just as I fear to lose you. This man feels, from his point of view, exactly as I do. He knows that you're not suited to each other. He knows that between you and his daughter there's not only a social difference, but much more than that. You belong to different worlds. So the end justifies the means. So what you regard as treachery is only the last desperate effort of fatherly love.
Then, Father, you defend this man?
No, no, no. I respect his feelings. And I expect my feelings to be treated with the same respect. And that's why I ask you once more. Stanley, as the father who is proud of you, to whom you mean a great deal, a very great deal, are you still determined to throw away everything and marry this girl?
But, Father, what I feel for Esther isn't influenced by any of these things. Nor is my decision.
Very well. I understand. And now will you please understand me? The life of the clockmaker Goldscheider is in your hands.
Father, you...
Yes. Unless you give me your solemn word within the next hour, you will give up all idea of marrying this girl or ever seeing her again. The clockmaker Goldscheider will be arrested on the evidence of this letter, brought before a court-martial, condemned and shot.
Father, you can't mean that.
I do, absolutely and finally. I claim for my attitude the same justification which I conceded to my opponent.
Mr. Goldscheider, you have written a letter. This letter has fallen into the wrong hands.
Sir?
Once you saved my life. Today, I'm saving yours. I'm saving it by saying goodbye to Esther. We are quits. One other thing. Esther knows nothing about your letter. She must always think I am a scoundrel, so that she may keep her faith in you, the one person she will have now.
Danny! Danny!
Esther! 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 Oh. Esther!